I fucked it up again. So today I want to talk a little bit about building muscle and losing fat at the same time. And if you're new to the channel, my name's Jamie, aka Fitz. I make fitness, training, diet and bodybuilding related videos every single Sunday. So if you don't want to miss anything, hit the subscribe button and let's get started. We're in a society where, you know, people don't really understand dieting. They really fucking don't, man. It's the reality. People haven't got a fucking clue what they're doing. I'm not saying that to be horrible. I'm not saying that to undermine anybody. It's the truth. Dieting normally falls under 4 categories. First one being starvation. That's when you're eating too little and you're just, you know, far too low on calories, and your body's just doing whatever it can to get energy from its own tissues, being fat or muscle. Then you got weight loss, which is obviously weight loss. You're eating less than your body requires to function, therefore it starts cutting into your energy sources, but not quite as aggressively. That's the word I was looking for. Maintenance is when your input is the same as your output, and then obviously weight gain when you're eating more than your body requires. Simple stuff. It's all about hormonal manipulation. It really is. Like, it is for the average gym goer, right? It is just your calories in versus calories out. That is the truth. You know, if you're just an average gym goer, calories in, calories out, that's fine. It's fine for me. That's all I do. I don't ever plan to compete, probably never will. And for most people it's exactly the same. Competitors, they will normally cut within 12 weeks, and that's normally for a good reason. They'll normally go on a lean bulk for most of the year, and then obviously they give themselves a little time frame to get the cut done before they step on stage, because if they don't meet the weight within that time, they ain't doing no contest. So they've got to do that. And you know, you've got to bear in mind they're pretty lean to start with, you know, so you can't be giving yourself these 12-week time frames because your favourite athlete on Instagram has done it. It's not realistic. You do want to take your time with it, because the slower you can cut, the more muscle you'll maintain, and the more you're going to be able to build muscle while you're in a calorie deficit. Now this is where it gets interesting, right? When you go on a cut, a lot of people will be like, let's just say, I'm going to use some numbers, just some ballpark figures. Let's say you start at 3,000 calories, right? It is not realistic to just cut them to 1,500. That's stupid. That is literally the worst thing you could do, is just slash your calories in half because you want to get it within a certain amount of time. The first thing your body's going to do is pretty much freak out, because it's used to having this steady flow of plenty of food. You know, it's doing all this exercise, it's running off all this food, and all of a sudden, bam, chopped in half. So like, your body pretty much is just going to go into panic mode at that point, and you're doing all this exercise. When you're in the gym and you're cutting your calories slowly and you're training and you're cutting them down, tapering them down as the weeks go by, little by little, and you're lifting heavy, you're maintaining your strength, you're doing this, that, the other, then your body knows that tomorrow it needs to do heavy bench press, or it knows the day after it needs to do heavy squats. So if you're cutting your calories back slowly and you're upping your protein slowly as well to accommodate for the lower amount of carbs and fats in your diet, fats, in my opinion, should stay pretty much the same. It's normally your carbs that you need to taper down, unless your fats are already pretty high for whatever reason. Taper down your carbs, then taper down your fats, and then go full keto, basically, which is ketosis. I'll make another video about that at some point, ketosis, for anyone who doesn't fully understand what that is. But yeah, you want to gradually work your way down to ketosis, upping your protein as you go, and as you're cutting back those calories slowly, you're upping your protein, and that's giving your muscles the fuel it needs to maintain and grow. Now, what I'm basically saying here is it is possible to build muscle whilst on a caloric deficit, but obviously there's going to come a point when you go full keto, when your fat's really low, you're going to be weak as hell. There's going to be no muscle glycogen whatsoever. Your joints aren't going to be lubricated properly. You're going to get weak because you don't have any proper energy sources. You're training heavy, your body knows that it needs to maintain the muscle, so it's trying to hold on to the muscle, but obviously you're not giving it any energy stores to fill up its muscle glycogen, so it's going to flatten out and you are going to feel skinny. But that's just how it goes, and that's what bodybuilders have to do when they get on stage. That's the harsh reality of it. So yeah, once you get to a certain point, it isn't maintainable. You can build muscle for the first few weeks or months or however, depending on how long you take with it, but there's going to come a point where it's not realistically maintainable anymore and your body is going to need a little break from it. So I hope that answered that question for you guys. If you like the video, hit the like button, really helps me out. Comment if you've got any similar experiences, or if you want to share your thoughts on the topic, or if you've got any questions. In fact, if you want to talk a little bit more about it and learn a little bit more, pop a comment down below. I'm always down there, honestly. Every comment, I reply to it, I read it. I'm always checking my YouTube. The notifications come through to my phone. I will always see a comment, so comment down below if you have any questions. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And of course, subscribe for more videos every single Sunday. And I'm out.